the things fixed over there. So might be, or let's make this session quite interactive. Might be you have the questions because you have all the regulators, you have all the stakeholders under one roof. So feel free to ask any easy questions that you want to.
ये सजेशंस आप लोग दे दें क्योंकि एज this is a very appropriate time when it's very difficult to meet the people under one roof. Your suggestions are very important to everyone, either up on the desk, off the desk. So we would request whatever the doubt or the things which you passed on to each other, you may feel free and suggest it.
I take the lead, sir. Am I permitted? No, it's all not directly to you, but it's a generalized question. So, Dr. Y. Gupta and you, both of you will have to play a very vital role. Number of regulators have put a lot of improvement to be done in pharma manufacturing. Again, in the farm manufacturing now, if I talk about when I started Mankind, a small plant was set up initially 50 lakh rupees. Of course, without land and all that building. But today the same, if you want to go for a good plant, it invites the capital of around 50 crore rupees, 100 plus. And most of my friends who are sitting here would definitely endorse this view. The cost of everything has gone up, whether manpower, electricity, water, whatever the things are used here. Despite all this, cannot you convince government or the different departments, of course you don't have control over that why prices should go down unnecessarily? If you want to compromise with quality, okay. People were doing in past and they will continue doing past. But the problem with this, if we just put a lot of pressure on pricing and all that, control and all that, what would happen? The accessibility to newer molecules, newer products would be good. Every company like me, all commercial people will promote those where we have profits. But what about those products which are really very, still there is no substitute for that. I quote two examples. Let us talk about prednisolone. Sir, prednisolone is still called the best oral steroid, sir, if I am not wrong, sir. And now methyl prednisolone has come. Prednisolone cost is 50 paisa per tablet. And methyl prednisolone is 3 rupees 50 paisa. Most pharma companies are promoting methyl prednisolone. And the same job could have been done by prednisolone. But the question is, profits are not there. The losses, nobody sells the things in loss. So what action are you contemplating? Sir, what you are advising to government? This is what I wanted to know.
Juneja ji has touched a very important point, and sometimes I also feel what would be the approach of the government and as a regulator. So we are thinking we have to have a clear demarcation, because on the right hand side my guru is sitting, who is the person who conceptualized about the national list of essential medicines. And when we were working on that list, we thought it would be a list which would be keeping those drugs which are essentially required for maintaining the good health of the people of this country. Afterwards many things happened, and this is how the things have gone out of in a different proposition. Now my guru Dr. Nityanand ji, who is a mentor of mine, he also always asked me the similar things, why we are seeing that the good molecules which are having a better therapeutic claim are doing well due to promotion of the medicines by the manufacturers, also by inventors, because you push the medicines in the mindset of the doctors, and they think the existing molecule is not that good as the new one. So we have to keep a balance over there. I had a discussion with NPPA also. We are thinking how we can work out a mechanism through which the old trusted molecule which are having lesser side effects but having a better therapeutic claim could survive without much price control or the system through which this is how in NLEM also we are getting them out of the, that is one of the concept through which we are deleting a number of things and adding something. We are going to have a separate mechanism through which innovation be given a different platform than the existing molecule, and we would be seeing in coming years you would be seeing there would be a paradigm shift in the approach of the government. The mindset of the government is totally different today. We want to have the minimum regulations, but we want to have a maximum surveillance. This is how pharmacovigilance, the father is sitting, my colleague is sitting. We are working very hard. Okay, let the surveillance system, the pharmacovigilance system, patient safety we can't compromise at any cost. When we are having a lenient approach in regulation, we want to keep and set up a system through which we can ensure about the public health through a science-based mechanism. So both the things are happening. You be rest assured in times to come, whatever the issues we were struggling, that would become a past. But the present government is very keen. Whenever we are having a meeting in PMO or the ministry, every time we have been asked how we are going to simplify the regulatory procedures, how we are going to give a competitive environment, how we are going to have hand holdings for the small manufacturers. This is how whenever we are, but we have become global. We have to realize that we are living in 21st century in 2016, where the globe is looking towards India, in specifically on drug sectors. The whole, whatever we are discussing, it may be reaching outside the globe also. The people may be thinking, Indian thinkers are today under one roof. They are deliberating for the patient safety. They want innovation take place. They want the good medicines continued to be present in the market. So that their approach and the attitude which government is having, my gurus are having, we are having continuous consultative process. We are not allowing my Guru Gupta ji to sleep before 11 p.m. Our officers are working even midnight. We want to get, and the present government expectations are very high. They want to let the things, let's say, very enable environment be created for the pharmaceutical sectors, for the manufacturers, for the innovation to take place. This is how I am going to the overlapping on the issue of the clinical trials. Academic clinical trials unnecessarily were put on hold. The people from AIMS, they were coming to the office of the CI telling, you clear. We have taken a decision, all the academic the studies would be out of the purview of the DCGI till they are having a newer approach. If they are having a new molecules or something which have not been tested on the human, or their safety, effectiveness, quality are not assured. So we are having a totally open approach. But I can assure you, the small scale manufacturers, the medium, this is the best time when you can start up, you can make a part of the system. You feel proud. We want to see many mankinds in this country. We can't have only one mankind. We don't want to have one sun pharma, because if we leave the space, then the other countries are looking towards India. They would be fitting to the purpose. You see, Mr. Jain, he thought, I visited his factory, and I was amazed. One person thought, let's have a contract manufacturing, and he has developed a state-of-art facility. He was a man who thought, we want to have a cheaper medicines of high quality made available to the people. Similarly, I need to let whosoever is present over here, when we are going back, we may make the people to realize, India needs a lot of entrepreneurs, new innovations, and existing molecules continued. This is my request to all of you.
All right. Thank you very much, and thank you, sir, for sharing your vision and mission, and it's very helpful for the information of all of us. So in the interest of the time, we're just directly going to the award ceremony, And for the Lifetime Achievement Awards, I would request Dr. Zeenat to come on the stage and felicitate the awardees. And the first award goes to Dr. Y.K. Gupta, AIMS.
Good evening. May I request you to have a seat, sir, please?
Okay.
A little bit of overlapping and small issues. I think the two words which define this moment is I am humbled. We have the presence of great, great people. Sir, please allow me to call you as my guru as well when you are guru of the gurus. We have Professor Y.K. Gupta. A round of applause for him. I think before we start with it, I congratulate Mr. Shahbaz Sahib for probably bringing all the stalwarts of the pharma world. I feel like in a classroom when I tell my first year students and I say that these are the career avenues, I wish they were here. I would show them, yes, these are the career avenues. You can become this, you can become Junaid ji, you can become Y.K. Gupta, you can become this, you can become, and they will believe me. This is what I feel as of now. Actually, we never had a planned, structured comparing session. When me and Basharat entered, we were the first one, and Shahbaz said that you have to handle the mic. He is probably in corporate, I am in teacher, so handling the mic probably comes handy. So please allow for all the commissions if I make any, because I'm actually a little nervous energy inside me because of all the big names. The names which I just heard, they're in front of me, so I'm a little like dazzled. So allow me if I commit any mistake to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I have my teacher in the audience, I have my teachers on the dais, I have my students there in the awards category, and I have many, many people, so I am in a very different position, very humble, and I am in one of the award categories as well. So please, with these words, we come to the first session. I think because of a little change in the program, we are starting with the lifetime achievements. My only words for these people are that these are the people who do a little bit more. I call them a little bit more doing people, and one life is not enough. I pray to Almighty Allah that they should be blessed with many, many more lives, and we keep on rewarding and awarding them for what they have done, because it is a simple token and we can never, never thank them enough. We have the first awardee, and may I request the mover and shaker of the world of pharma, the DCGI Dr. G.N. Singh, to do the honors, please, and may I request him to be on the front of the dais so that we can start with the felicitation. We have the first name. This name doesn't need any introduction. If I call him my sir, he frowns and said, okay, is that so? But his body language, his way of speaking, his way of doing things has, I think nobody is left untouched by that. So my request, the awardee of this category, Professor Y.K. Gupta, with a round of applause. I would request her to be in front of the dais so that we can have a good photo op. I think we'll very shortly be blessed with his words as well. Just to hurry up with the felicitation, we'll continue with this section. No words. Of course. I think a round of applause. This would be a historical moment because the one who is getting the award is, or rather giving the award, is feeling like getting the award. So this is a reciprocating moment for all of us to relish. And I think we are blessed to have you, sir. Thank you so much for all you have been teaching us, and please continue to do the same.
My wish would be, let this award further lead my guru to get some more recognition from the society, which he is already getting, and we wish some best national awards would follow.
Of course. With all the prayers in the lips. Thank you so much, sir. May I request the next awardee? We have Mr. Bodh Raj Sikri, who is from Haryana, and I'm not sure of much of the affiliations. May I request Mr. Sikri Sahib to be the next awardee, and may I request DCGI Sahib to do the honors, please. A round of applause. Thank you so much, sir, for doing the honors, please. A round of applause to continue so that we have that feeling and reverberation in this hall. Thank you so much.
Very trusted and old friend of mine. And why I am telling, because we started our career from same institution, that is the IDPR. Today he has reached to the heights which very much inspired to reach over there. He deserves more awards already. You name any organization, and there he is present over there. And as a smiling face, he always helps whosoever is having any sort of need or assistance. We are very proud of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for doing the honors, please. Thanks a lot, sir. Next in line is from the category of the academicians. The teachers are probably the least recognized. They are probably the directors behind the scene. And but of late we also have, when we talk of the hero and heroines, we also talk about the directions of the movies. So we have one of such directors who has mentored many of us, and he is Professor Asif Ansari Saheb, who is currently holding the position of the acting Vice Chancellor of Jamia Hamdard. He has been a known researcher and a pharmacognosis, associated with a lot of associations which are dealing with the upbringing on upgradation of the profession of pharmacy. He has been one of the stalwarts in the field and is, of course, our teacher as well. Thank you so much for being here, and may I request the DCJ Sahab to do the honors, please. He is one of the most senior most professors at our university, Jamia Hamdard, which is, of course, a nationally recognized premier institute producing a lot many